There'll be some people celebrating today. Oh, it's slow. It's okay though. The connection is fine. We're gonna focus on the connection is fine. Everything's great. Let me just do one more thing here. Okay, I think we are set. And I'm just going to hit record here. And then we are going to be ready to go. All right, I think we're ready. All right, so let me hit record. 1 second. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awakened Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It is Independence Day in the US, so if you are celebrating, have fun, stay safe. And for the rest of us who are here live or watching on the replay even, welcome, everyone. And thank you so much for being here with us, spending this time with us today. And it just as a reminder, it is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring to you wonderful speakers, teachers, healers, who are going to be sharing their gifts, their talents, their experiences, their wisdom, their healing, their processes, etc., to help you thrive in your lives, to raise your vibration frequency, as well as the vibration frequency of the collective and the planet. Because we are all here thriving, right? And so we are all supposed to be thriving, and we all should be thriving, etc. So, and it's a part of it is about having fun and enjoying life, and it's about being happy, right? So this tells them it's always been about awakening to happiness now. And the happiness is within you, right? And so through these calls, through the series, we are hoping to awaken that happiness within you so that you can express that happiness in your lives with your family, your members, your community. All right, so again, thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, please do. We have live shows and the replays all there on demand that you can watch at any time. So please do watch. Share, subscribe, etc., comment, give feedback. We'd love to hear all of that. All right, so today we have a new guest on the show, a new speaker that has not been on our show before. So Lorraine Butterfield is here with us today, and we are going to be talking about Arcturian angel heart chakra cleansing and alignment. So what's that all about, right? So some of what we're going to discuss today is to always trust that spirit is working with you, that healing is a process, that we all have access to higher dimensional beings. We can all heal and move forward in our lives, and we can decide how we see the world, right? So all that and more, because Lorraine is also going to be doing some live tarot card readings. We're going to be doing a wonderful guided process as well, and so much more. So if you would like to receive a tarot card reading, please do raise your hand. And for those of you who do not know Lorraine, some of you may already, but for those of you who do not know Lorraine, like I said, she is new to us, and she is a spiritual intuitive alignment coach and therapist, a tarot reader and channel of Arcturian angels, supporting and empowering women to come into alignment emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, using her unique blend of therapies and intuitive tools. Along with her guides, she supports you to find fulfillment within and break negative relationship patterns, release years of anxiety, and step into an energy of love, truth, and harmony. So I'm so excited that we are going to be working with Lorraine, getting to know her better today. So please join me in welcoming Lorraine to the show. Lorraine, welcome.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you for having me on the show this evening. Really looking forward to it.
I'm so glad you're here, and we had a wonderful conversation yesterday and really got to know each other better. And so we have so many wonderful, well, I don't know, some things in common, some situations in common, that it was really lovely to, learn about you, hear about your stories, what's going on with you, but also hearing about how you work with energies, how you work with your support team, etc. So because it's the first time that you are on the show, can you just share with us a little bit about your journey, about how you became to be this healer, this intuitive coach, therapist, etc.?
Okay, yeah, certainly. So, I mean, like a lot of people, I knew very young that there were beings coming to me, and I sort of always knew that I was protected. I really started the spiritual journey though a lot later in life. I went through a very traumatic divorce, and it was the thing that set me on the path to doing healing. And I stepped first I became a Reiki master teacher, and then started to grow and evolve from there, working with EFT, matrix re-imprinting, and it's just grown and developed in Akashic records, and then the channeling from the Arcturian angels. But the journey was all about self-love, to the point where I wrote my book, Journey to Self-Love, which I published about 8 years ago. And so it has been a process of growth and learning. And I think once you step on that spiritual path, you never stop learning. New things get shown every day. And I started working with Arcturian guides about 2 years ago. I was doing meditations, working with the moon energy, the new and the full moons. And obviously we've just come through this big, powerful super moon yesterday. So it's, that was very emotional energy releasing. It's also an energy of, who are you? So you might have been questioning that. And a dear friend of mine said to me, do you realize you can channel light language? And I said, no. And she said, just let it come through you. And that's how it really started. And it felt unusual at first. It felt a little bit uncomfortable at first. I'd been used to sort of doing meditations, working with people like Archangel Michael and Merlin. And then these beings told me that I think I just made the assumption that they were Pleiadian energy, until they came to me and they told me they were Arcturian angels. And that was like, how can you be Arcturian angels? And that completely threw me. But they reassured me that they'd always been with me, and some of the experiences that I'd had as a child was them actually stepping in. They're beautiful energy. I work with 4 Arcturian angels who they always feel like they're with me. They're huge. My house just feels protected by them, and they bring through some of the most beautiful sounds, which they tell me, because when they first came through, I asked them what I was meant to do with this energy, or this beautiful energy that I'm channeling. But what am I supposed to do with it? How am I supposed to help? And they guided me to work with the chakra energy, which was familiar with me working with Reiki anyway, and that they'd come in to cleanse and heal the chakras. And then a few weeks ago, one of my guides introduced themselves by name, and her name is Venus. And she told me that she was coming in to work with heart energy, which has brought me back around in a circle to working with the self-love, heart energy, and healing those wounds so that you can move forward and not repeat negative relationship patterns. So it keeps bringing me back to heart energy. And when I think I'm going off in one direction, they go, no, we're coming back. You're coming back to heart energy. You're going to work with heart energy. But it is so beautiful, and their energy is so gentle and kind and compassionate, and I found it so powerful. And the people that have worked with me and received light language have said how powerful the sounds are. So I I have had to learn to trust it, because that was a big thing for me. Learning to trust what was coming through me, learning to trust what it was and what they were explaining to me they were doing and what they were working on. So it's been a real journey, Laura.
And I think that's the journey that we all go on, right? That trust, right? Trusting ourselves, trusting the guidance that we receive, trusting in spirit, right? So it's something we all are going through, and it's a journey that we have to go through for ourselves, and that brings us the growth in our lives, and of course all the wonderful experiences. But it's funny how I was just laughing a little bit when you said that you started with Reiki. It's like everybody starts with Reiki, right? And then we move on to other modalities and we keep growing, right? And with each of our experiences, we learn new things. And every time we use our healing energies for something, our healing energies also expand all the time as well. So it is about using the tools that we have, but also learning, new tools for sure. So you have a lot of modalities under your belt, and you're very intuitive. And of course, you have the guidance from the Arcturian angels and Venus. So we are, going to be receiving all of that today during this show. So I want to get started in talking about, like you briefly talked a little bit about the angel heart energy, right? So today we're going to be working with and talking about the Arcturian angel heart chakra cleansing and alignment, right? And so what exactly is that, and how can we, use that energy for ourselves, to assist us to clear our chakras, cleanse our chakras, and just be in more alignment with who we are, as well as raise our vibration frequency.
I think actually, well, it's interesting. Obviously, I will channel the sound so that you receive it, and Venus will guide us on what that actually is going to be. And but I think the main thing you can take away from it is whenever they work with you, it is on a deeper soul level. This healing feels like nothing else I've ever done before. Like you say, I've done Reiki, I've done EFT, I've done Akashic Records, but it feels like it's just instant, and they come in and the sound, and anyone that receives it today, just allow it, even if it feels or sounds unusual, just allow it, because what they talk to me about is it's singing to the soul, it's singing to the heart of where you're at and what you need in this moment. And it always feels like it's peeling away a layer for you to be able to move forward. So from that point of view, it's about receiving in this moment. And what I would say to everyone is, I was saying about trusting the journey, but if this resonates with you, you have a connection with that Arcturian angel, with that Arcturian energy. So it might be that you start exploring what that is for you, and how they can connect in with you if it's something you've never stepped into. So yeah, hopefully that will help everyone.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to receiving energies from that process. But even before we get into the process, and we're going to be doing some tarot card readings as well today, so that'll be fun. But I really wanted to, I guess, emphasize this concept of how spirit is always working with us, and to trust that spirit is always working with us, because sometimes when we're going through difficult situations, it's hard to see or believe or feel that spirit is working with us and for us.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a bit.
Yeah. And I totally understand that, Laura. I mean, for me, the last 2 years personally have been very difficult. I lost my father 18 months ago, and my mother had a stroke 6 weeks ago. And sometimes you think to yourself, okay, so this is what's going on here, spirit. Hi, Angela. I will answer that question in a minute. So you start to question, but then you have to also appreciate that sometimes these things happen to be, there's a cycle of life. Okay, we come into this world and also we leave this world again, but spirit, we're always spirit and we're always here. And although sometimes it's difficult missing the physical person, you get to a point where you know that they're still with you and they're always with you. And I think that's really lovely and reassuring. Um, and with my mum, that was just for her to learn to take more better care of herself, and for us to make sure she's doing that and resting more. So yeah, I think when these difficult things come in, there's always a blessing in it as well. So yeah, it's a tricky one, because life is life, and we've come here to experience life in the human form. But I think it's also knowing that we are more than that. We are so much more than that, and to try and step back from it and observe from a different perspective. And sometimes that can be really difficult when you're in a situation. Uh, but we go about it the best way we can.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
isn't that funny? Sorry, I was just ringing Sarah's message. I had a more profound relationship with my mum since she passed. Yes, and that sometimes happens too. I love my dad's bits, but sometimes we had a very difficult relationship, and I agree with you there. Their their spirit then is so much easier to communicate with. So yeah, it's just part of the journey. I think it's just part of the journey, but it's learning how to step through it the best way you can. And there's no perfect way. I think we've all come here to learn to do it our own way. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way life is, just that we're still all here, we're still working towards our goals, we're still going day to day, that alone says a lot about us, right? So
Yeah.
it's not always easy, it's not always comfortable, but if we stick with it and we keep trusting in our journey, in the path, in the universe, things eventually do work out. And everything is always, I also, everything is always happening for us, through us, not to us.
Yeah. I think that's a really good thing to remember. It, life is happening for you, not to you. And you know, I always, and I tell this to my children, before, if something happens, try not to have that knee-jerk reaction. Try and take to the count of 10 to think about what is actually going on or what's been said before you enter into what you perceive as happened, because it can be so, you can get so caught up. If you instantly react, you can get so caught up in something, and it actually isn't what you think it is. It's a really tricky one, because we
Absolutely.
react, don't we? We're human. We react to stuff
Yeah.
instead of stepping into our spiritual energy and going, no, come on, what am I really seeing, and what am I really observing here?
Yeah. One of the things you mentioned, for yourself is this connection with the Arcturian angels and with your guides, right? So this concept of, having access to higher dimensional beings, we all have access to, but I know so many people are going to be like saying, well, I don't know how to hear them, I don't know how to see them, I don't know how to talk to them, right? I don't think I have access. But the thing is, we do have access to higher dimensional beings and energies. So can you talk a little bit about that, how we all can actually communicate better with the higher dimensional beings who are working with us on our behalf?
Yeah, certainly. And I did see a comment there. Do Arcturians work with the Syrians? And they all work together. I've I've found that they work the Council of Light. It's all sorts of beings who come together, and they all work together. So when I work with the Arcturian angels, I work with Archangel Michael, I work with Merlin. They'll all come in. they all work together because they've all come in for one cause, and that's to, well, raise the vibration and raise the consciousness. And for anyone that's feeling they can't connect with them, I suppose 2 years ago, I probably would have said, well, I'm not connecting with those sort of energies. But it was about just, it's a very difficult one. It's if you're prepared to allow and listen and sit quietly and just to listen to what's being said to you in those thoughts, in those quiet moments. How I found out that I was working with Arcturian energy, I asked the question and then I listened for the answer, and it didn't come straight away. It was one of those, I asked the question and I thought, I'll just sit here quietly and I'll listen in and I'll tune in, and that's what I did. I just listened. I took time every day to sit with the energy, to ask who I was connecting with, to be shown signs maybe that I was connecting with galactic energy rather than angelic. But I said rather than angelic energy, but they told me they were Arcturian angels. So they are a type of angelic energy. So that was really interesting for me. So it is about taking that time to sit quietly. Like I said, if the sound that comes through tonight really resonates with you and you feel a real connection, then I really do believe that you're ready to connect with those Arcturian roots as well. So yeah, I think it's just about, it's a difficult one, Laura, but I think it's just about sitting quietly, asking the question and waiting for the answers to come in. Yeah, it's not something that just, they don't go, oh, hello, we're Arcturian. I mean, I did have experiences as a child. So I suppose the one experience I did have was when I was about 7 years old. I was lying in bed and we lived in a house. In fact, it's literally a mile down the road from where I've moved to now. I've moved around and then come back to a place nearby where I live. So I do believe the area you're in attracts the energy as well. So that's another really interesting one. But when I was about 7 years old, I was lying in bed and I felt something lie next to me and I froze on the spot. I absolutely went into freeze mode and I knew it wasn't human. I just knew it wasn't human. And a few years later, I stepped into the matrix and I did some work around it. And that's when they revealed to me that they were from another planet and they were coming in and they were just protecting me. And it was just really, really interesting. So those experiences happened quite early on. So I'm really I feel like I'm revisiting something I just wasn't aware of at the time.
Totally makes sense. But even for those of us who have not had experiences when we were younger, even now, the amount of work that we're all doing, and if we're on these types of calls on a regular basis, obviously our energy is of a higher vibration and frequency, and we can start to ask, we can start to question, and we can start to do research as well online about angels or galactics or whatever happens to be that is interesting to you. And from that, be patient, but start asking, to work with them. And, in meditation, not just like right now, I'm just like sitting. I was like, oh, I want to talk to Archangel Michael. Well, that's not going to happen. Right. So you do have to be in a bit of a meditative state, with an expanded raised vibration frequency, and then ask the questions.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's possible for everyone.
He might come in and show.
Exactly, but like for the first time, maybe not, right? So maybe it's about our mindset and our vibration frequency, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
this by getting out of the mind and the doubting and getting into the heart and trusting, like we talked about at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So it's always about the trust, right? Trusting that you are communicating with Archangel Michael or whoever it is that you would like to communicate with. of the highest light and frequency.
Yeah,
I have to say that.
no, and absolutely, and I totally agree. And you need to have worked through a lot of that fog energy that keeps you in, like you say, doubt, fear, guilt, shame, all those energies, and so that you can release that and step up into, and that comes through meditation, that comes through taking yourself to another place into your superconscious energy. But again, that takes practice. I mean, I remember when I first started doing meditations, I found them really difficult, and I used to fidget, and I couldn't quite get there, and it took practice, it took time to learn how to relax into that, because that's the other thing, if you're somebody who's very highly strung, it can take a lot of practice. It's about training yourself to take that time, and not step in to like great big, maybe 20-minute meditations, but take them little by little. Do a 2 or a 5-minute meditation. But I mean, and I struggled because I was the sort of person, I'm always on the go. And I really did initially find myself fidgeting and not being able to connect. And then one day it just all clicked in, and it started to flow and it started to come in.
Yeah, it's about sticking with it and taking that time for yourself, and your connection with spirit, or with the guides, or with the angels. It's that prioritizing that time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just about to say, I'm being open and willing to receive it, because they're just saying to me, being open and willing, because they said they are always here. They are always here.
Yeah.
That they're here everywhere you look around. It's just being aware, and that again takes time and patience, and sitting in quiet time.
Absolutely. And, consciously we all say, yes, I'm open and I'm willing to receive. But as we all know, we have certain blocks in place that do not allow us to receive, and do not truly allow us to be open. So you have to look at that, right? If you keep trying, and things aren't happening, things aren't shifting, you're not getting it. It's like, what blocks might be in the way? What belief systems do I have that are not allowing me to connect? Right? Because it's just a belief. That's the only thing that's in the way.
Yeah. I mean, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say, that's what I do when I do chakra realignments, work with the energies that's actually blocking that chakra, then the beliefs and how far, because, that could be from timelines and lifetimes ago as well, because I believe we keep coming in and we bring certain stuff with us. So yeah, and that again, it's a process of working through it, and until you get to a place, and I do think we always do get to a place where we go, I feel at peace with myself, I feel at one with myself, and that lasts for a little while, and then
yeah, exactly,
you get something come up again. But there's always a place you get to where you go, yes, I'm at peace with me, I'm at peace with who I am and where I'm going. And then the universe likes to just add something else in.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like healing is a journey, healing is a process, growth, same thing. It's a journey, it's a process. It's not just, you get there and that's it, you keep growing. And so it's actually I don't know what I want to say, like a privilege that we have, that we are able to experience that growth and be aware of that growth, right? Because it's not everybody is at the level that we're at, or at the stage that we're at, right? So we're all at different stages and spaces, and that's fine. But the more that you keep having situations that come up that allow you to take a look at who you are, really be aware of who you are, that's real growth, I find.
Yeah, it's the blessing. There's always a blessing, real life is the blessing. Yeah, and I think sometimes we forget that.
We do. I have to remind myself of that too. So sometimes. So I know you wanted to do a process. Do you want to do a process first, and then, we'll see how everyone's doing with that, and then we'll do the tarot card readings, because I know people are anxious for that as well. Or do you want to, which do you want to do first?
Let's do should we do the process first, and that would be, and then get everyone into a nice grounded and calm. It'd be actually nice to see if there's anyone that what sort of reaction they get from the light language, because that would
absolutely,
be nice to know. Yeah,
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So hopefully everyone is somewhere nice and comfortable, where you can close your eyes and you're nice and safe. Okay.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, if you're driving, please do this later. You can always go back and watch the replay, listen to the replay, do it later, not while you're driving.
Yeah, please don't do it when you're driving. Okay, so just place your hands on your heart and just close your eyes. And I just want you to feel the energy of your heart and all that love inside. Okay, and feel that coming through the palms of your hands. And then just feel the warmth of your hands connecting with your heart center. I want you to just take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And just take another deep breath in and exhale. And we're going to send roots now out from the soles of our feet, the front, the back, the sides. And just take them out nice and wide and deep. And just like the tree roots, we're going to send them deeper and wider, right into the core of the earth. And in the core, you're going to see a beautiful ball of white light. And this is the energy of love, light, and truth. So just connect your roots into this energy. You're going to breathe that beautiful white light back up your roots. Bring it all the way up to the soles of your feet. And feel that energy passing through your feet, through your ankles. White light energy flowing up your legs, into your knees. Flowing up into your hips, into your lower spine. And bringing that white light energy through the core of you, through your heart center, up into your shoulders. Allow the white light now to flow down your arms to your fingertips. And send that energy all the way up to your crown. And from your crown, see the white light expanding beyond, connecting with the creator of all that is. And on your right, you'll feel the presence of your guides as they step in beside you. And they're sending the energy of love, light, and truth, all this beautiful white light through your heart center to your left. And on the left, you'll feel the presence of the angels and the archangels. And they're sending the energy of love, light, and truth, all this beautiful white light through your heart center to your right. And we're joined by the ancestors who come in behind you. And you may feel quite warm and a lot of presence around you. And they send the energy of love, light, and truth through your heart center to your front. And in front of you are future generations, future selves, sending love, light, and truth through your heart center to your back. Now we just want you to observe yourself in this beautiful energy of light, because you are the light. Okay, and I just want you to see your energy starting to expand. Allow yourself to grow taller and higher. And as you look down below, you can see the physical body grounded on Mother Earth. And in your superconscious state, you look around you and you see the stars and the planets and the moon. And just observe your beautiful light energy. And my guide Venus is stepping in with me. And she's coming in this evening to work with the heart chakra, to work with the wounds that have left scars that now need to be released, that no longer serve you. Oof. Okay, it feels right strong. So she's going to come in and she's going to bring in some beautiful sound. I just want you to allow yourself to receive and just see how your energy changes as she brings in the sound. Here she comes. Just let the energy settle and see the sound vibrating through your energy field. You'll particularly feel this around the heart center. You might see energy releasing. And just allow that to settle in. Okay, so she's coming in now to tell me that she's talking about fragmented parts of the soul. And so she's bringing in energy now and sound to reconnect those parts of you that you'd once lost. And as she brings in the sound, you may see images as the sound comes in, and they're parts of the soul that you felt you had lost. Okay, very interesting. So just allow as she brings in the sound. Here we go. And the images you were given, just bring those into your heart center too. And just watch as your energy changes. It may change color. You may shine brighter. Just allow yourself to be. Okay, just settle in that energy. And in this moment, the wounds of the past have been released. And she's referring to them as very, very old energies that you have carried with you from lifetime upon lifetime. And parts of the soul that you thought you had lost have reconnected in. Now see yourself as this beautiful energy of light. Okay, my other Arcturian angels are stepping in now, and they're going to just shower your energy with golden light, and you may feel the presence of them all around you. Just bringing that golden light throughout you. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to bring that golden light down now. We're just going to start to shrink that energy down, allowing that golden light energy that you are to reconnect with the physical body, bringing golden light energy through the crown, bringing it down over the face, the head, into the neck and shoulders, bringing all that beautiful golden light now down through the core of you. And allow that energy to send it all the way down, flowing down the legs to the knees, to the tips of the toes. Feel that energy integrating into the physical body, particularly around the heart energy. And now we're going to send that golden light down through into the roots, all the way down, connecting that golden light energy into the center of the earth, anchoring and integrating this new version of you, releasing those wounds that no longer serve you, opening up that heart chakra to allow you to move forward. And just take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And whenever you're ready, just very, very slowly start to open your eyes.
Wow, how is everyone doing? I'm slowly coming back. That was quite interesting, quite intense. Lori said in the chat, I just had chills, and Mary Lou, same thing, lots of chills for me as well. How was it for all of you? What did you experience with that light language twice? The whole process, it was quite, I found the energy definitely shifting around me as you were speaking, or as the light language was coming in and settling, especially. It was, yeah. Big energy. Tanya said, I felt like crying when you mentioned soul fragmentation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did wonder if there'd be it might be quite emotional, because heart energy always is when we work with heart energy. Oh, bless you. Yeah. Yeah, that was I knew I wasn't expecting them to do that. They haven't done that with me before, so that was lovely.
And it's not a bad thing, just so you know, like, things happen, right? So now it's a reunification, right? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's soul fragmentation. You know, parts of you that you thought you'd lost.
Mm-hmm.
You felt the pain around the heart. Ooh, Angela, are you okay now though? Yeah. Let's just see if she's okay. It is quite powerful. Yes, yeah. You're fine. Good.
Yeah, and sometimes, sometimes you will feel it physically, right? But it usually passes, so it usually passes as you're integrating, it usually passes. Mary Lou says there were 2 twirling spheres of bright light also. Beautiful, good, awesome.
Beautiful. Love that.
And please, everyone, drink some water, okay? That will also help with the integration.
Yeah.
Drink some water. And Sarah said this brought up my dreams from the last 2 nights. I had traveled to interesting, sometimes lovely places, but I could not get back home. Oh, interesting. Too far to walk or on a mountain, and I couldn't get a ride. A little sad. Interesting. It's okay.
Interesting, Angela, yeah.
Yeah. And Angela said the emotion of fear came up. Let it come up. Acknowledge it. Let it go. Right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're working with. Anything that just needed to be released around that, around the heart.
Don't make anything too significant. Okay.
No.
Lori says Lori Young brand. Well, Lori Young, brand new to the group. Lots of heat through hands to heart. At one point felt stomach pain, then it went on to the next part. Some feelings of being mesmerized, saw pink and light blue at the end. Nice.
Ooh, okay. Lovely. I love that. I love that.
keep breathing, right? Keep breathing and keep allowing the energies to integrate and settle.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with you, Laura. It's not about, it's just knowing that has cleared, that process has cleared something out and shifted something. And you might see subtle changes in the way you behave or something you do. So yeah, it's beautiful.
So allow for the change. A lot of times the reason why people don't find transformation or shift is because they're not willing to change their situation or circumstances, or sometimes they're not even aware that they don't want to change. So it's at a deeper level. I'm not talking about consciously, I'm talking about at a deeper level.
Yeah, the subconscious. Yeah, absolutely.
So just be willing to change, allow for change in your life. Okay. Whew, all right. So that was a lot more intense than I was expecting as well. So thank you for that, Lorraine.
You're very
definitely
welcome.
A lot more intense than I was expecting. So that was neat.
So hopefully, it's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes they just come through because they know that something big needs to shift, and so I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And it's always interesting, and it's always when they come through and they do something different, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to do something different.
Exactly. Okay, let's do it. All right, so we're going to do some tarot card readings, but before that, Lorraine, I think we should first maybe talk about the packages. A very quick, very short discussion on the packages. Don't worry, everyone, we are going to get to the tarot card readings. So let's do that first, and then we'll do the tarot card readings. What do you think? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect.
So I'm going to share my screen. So give me 1 second to do that. I always forget to do this, but can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm not sharing. Okay, let me try again. Take two. I don't know what happened there because I even said, oh, I didn't do it right, and it didn't work. So hold on. Okay. Loading. Yes, so you should be able to see the screen now.
Yeah, I can see it.
Awesome. All right, so Lorraine has two packages, package A and B. And both packages, there are payment plans available. And of course, if you are an Inner Circle member, please do use your gift code. So in package A, there are 5 realignment recordings. So again, we're talking a little bit about kind of like what we just did, but not quite. But realigning the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart chakra. So I'm going to let you explain a little bit about this, Lorraine.
Okay, so these are recordings I did of workshops that I ran where we worked to bring flow back into each of these chakra areas by particularly focusing on them, what the emotional blocks we do EFT tapping in there to release the heavy emotions. And then it's stepping into the Akashic records. So the Akashic records, I'm sure most of you are aware, is where your soul's journey is held and your experiences, and we step in and clear programs, beliefs, and blocks that have kept you stuck and in repeating negative patterns. So that and specifically aimed at each chakra. Healing and realizations around relationships, your life path, and your mission. That seems to be coming up a lot, life mission.
Awesome. So those 5 recordings for $88. Again, payment plans available. And if you're an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code. And then package B is $144 and includes everything in package A, plus a 30-minute session with a personal session, one-on-one session with Lorraine. So let's talk a little bit about this, because yes, you can have a tarot card reading, or you can do an Akashic clearing in the session. And so of course we haven't done the tarot cards yet, but we're going to do that just in a few minutes so that you'll get an idea of how Lorraine works. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the personal session with you, Lorraine.
Yeah, so you can choose, if you choose tarot guidance, in that half an hour, it give you guidance in regard to relationships, love, friendships, where you find yourself at in life, if there's a crossroads and decisions to make and you need more clarity to move forward. So they're a beautiful way to get more clarity in your life and how you need to move forward. Or you get an Akashic record clearing. It would have to be on a specific, within the half an hour, a specific area, usually around heart energy, how you love yourself, how you love others, your connections. So it'll be aimed at healing the program's beliefs and wounds that have left you closed down, maybe not trusting, doubting, and allowing the heart energy to open to love again so that you can move forward and have more loving experiences.
Awesome. So again, package B is 144, and again, payment plans available. And of course, if you're an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code. So again, package A and package B, both of it are available for you to work with Lorraine. And package A is just the recordings, and package B is the recordings and a 30-minute personal one-on-one session with Lorraine. Okay, so please do check them out and see which one resonates with you, and be willing to receive. All right, we are going to go and do some tarot card readings. So Zila says she's feeling wonderful, but still dizzy. So please do drink some water, ground yourself, and maybe even eat something. I'm not sure. Okay. So Lorraine, is there anything else that Zila needs to do?
No, I would just say the same. I would say it's if you haven't eaten anything, it might be that you need to eat. And the other thing you can do is like tap your feet on the ground to start reconnecting with the ground again, or drink water, because that's generally what it might be. That it's clearing something out and you just need to flush it through with water. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we have lots of people with their hands raised. I don't know how many people we're going to get to, but we'll try and get to as many people as we can. We'll see what happens. So what do you need to know for information-wise from people who are requesting an Akashic record reading? I mean, not Akashic record, sorry, tarot card reading.
Tarot card. Yeah, a tarot card. Okay, what I will do is I will just pull one card and I will tell you what that card is. So they don't need to know it. They don't need to give me any information. Okay. I'll just tune in to their name and see what they actually need to know in this moment. Okay. And let's just pull a card and see what happens. Do you want me to pick the names, Alara, or would you?
You know what? Go ahead. Usually it's me, but you know what? Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. Jill, I can see Jill there. Okay. She's got a hand up.
Hi.
So, hello. Lovely to meet you. Okay.
Hi,
let's just see what. Oh, so you've got two cards come out. Okay. So, okay, they're drawing me to this card first. This is truth. Okay. So this is a card of being honest with yourself. Very often this refers to taking off the rose-tinted glasses, being very clear about what's actually going on around you. It can be see the truth in the situation. I feel like you're weighing something up here. I feel like you're weighing up a situation and really seeing where you're going, because I feel like this is about you and your truth and where you want to be going in life. Okay, Jill. And what you got with it was material harvest. So it's really interesting because material harvest is really about being in a place of gratitude for everything that you've been through and everything that you've received in your life. So it's being grateful for the basic things like the roof over your head, the food on the table. And I feel with you that you're at a place where you know you're evaluating where you want to move forward to, and you need to step into an energy of being open to receive. There's something about Okay, I'm just going to tune into what that is, because material harvest, hold on, let me just see what they want to say about that. Allow yourself to receive. You haven't been allowing yourself to receive, so they want you to step into gratitude. They want you to step into affirmations, really connecting with that energy of being grateful, because the answer that you're searching for is coming when you step into receiving. There's something blocking your receiving at the moment, okay? And you will see it when you allow. Does that make sense to you? Because I feel like you're evaluating where you want to go, but you can't see it at the moment. And you just sort of need to allow it to come in.
All of it makes sense. It's just that thing about, like you said, there's a block, and it's like trying to just turn that tweak to get what it is. Because I do say affirmations a lot, and I even do them for like 10 minutes at a time, because I heard it can change like your brain waves and things. And then I don't know. I mean, I guess you said it. It's really just about being grateful, but I have like a little switch that needs to be turned on about being grateful.
Yeah, and I do think that actually this truth card is saying to you, get honest about what that is. So maybe, and this has been coming up a lot recently, maybe you're focused in one direction and you're actually missing something that's actually right under your nose. Okay.
Hey, thank you.
Can I just add something really quickly? So, gratitude has been the buzzword in the industry for so long, right? And so I think sometimes people don't understand or can't quite connect into that state of gratitude as easily as they would like to, right? So the words are great, but it's the feeling, right? And so sometimes it is about, if you can't feel grateful, because sometimes we can't, our mind is very strong, right? Very powerful. So it's like, can you appreciate something? Can you acknowledge something? Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's something different, than what you normally are grateful for, so instead of like, yeah, I'm grateful for all the food I have, I'm grateful for my friends, I'm grateful for my support, but what else can you be grateful for and appreciate the bird that just landed in the tree nearby?
I tell you a really good one that I do, Laura, when I want to get into gratitude. I think about the day my first child was born, right? And that feeling, there's no feeling quite like it. And so it's about connecting with something like that moment where you just felt this overwhelming joy. Yeah. And that can really, so it doesn't have to, it can be different. It's different things, but it is feeling. So I agree with the Laura there. So there's something you're not seeing. Okay.
So start looking around you at something different than what you normally look at, and be grateful.
I will. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jill. Thank you. All right. That was awesome. That was great. Yeah, go ahead. You're choosing, so I'm going to let you choose.
Tanya. I'm going to go to Tanya. Let's see what's coming up for Tanya. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. There's messages for Tanya. Oh, they want to do two tonight. Ooh, okay. Patience and planning. Okay. So you probably didn't want to hear that, did you? It's like, okay, I get that a lot. When patience comes up, you go, no, really? Yes, patience and planning. Right. I'm going to say to you, your patience and your planning is about to pay off, and a doorway of opportunity is opening for you. Okay. This is really beautiful. I really feel here that you're going on what I feel is a golden path. Okay, so this is really nice. So this feels very abundant. This feels like a doorway of opportunities opening that's going to bring in a lot of abundance. And you've been wishing for this because you've got the hope card here, okay, which is my star card in traditional tarot. This is something you've been putting out, you've been hoping, you've been wishing for. Well, all your hard work is paying off, and the doorway is about to open for you. So that feels really beautiful.
Thank you so much. Just about, I mean, after a year of struggles, I would appreciate something nice coming my way. Not that I don't have anything nice, I do.
Yeah,
that was so spot on for you. I was so surprised when she pulled out those cards. Like, oh my goodness, that totally resonates for Tanya.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Laura. Oh, thank you. My
Thank you,
God,
Tanya.
you made my day.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you, Tanya. Awesome. Good.
Okay. Bonnie. I'll do Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Okay. Let's see, Bonnie.
I can tell you right now, everyone, we're not going to get to everybody, just in case you're wondering.
I'll try. It's not my hardest.
She's going to try.
Okay. Right. So, Bonnie, you have actually got 3 cards coming in. Okay. So, we have got, where do we get it right? Foundation and achievements. Now, this is a beautiful card. This is finding security around home, allowing yourself to be guided. This could be a celebration of some sort. Okay, family coming together. And you've got, sorry, did you say something, Bonnie?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. This is beautiful. This is beautiful because you also have destiny with it. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor. Something is shifting, something is changing, things are starting to move for you. I mean, it could be a move, a house move as well, or settling somewhere, because it feels like suddenly something's getting going, something's getting moving for you, but there's a lot of luck around it. But what you've got with it is deception and envy, which is really, really interesting. And I feel this is about you taking your mask off, okay, and revealing you and who you truly are. And sort of that falls in line with this full moon energy that we've just come through as well, where we're getting really deep and knowing about who we are and the true essence of who we are. And I feel that is what is shifting your energy and you starting to feel more secure in yourself. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's lovely. That really does. That really does, Lorraine. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Bonnie.
Pat. I'm going to read for Pat. Hello, Pat. Oh.
I love how spot on you are. And I was going to ask you what deck is that, Lorraine? It's not one that I've seen.
This is the. I'm going to show you the cover now. It's really torn to bits. Look, the John. It's like my dog ate half of it.
The Psychic
John
Tarot.
Holland's,
okay.
Yeah, he loved it so much. He ate off. The John Holland Psychic Tarot. I love working with these. I work with these. I do lives on Facebook on a Monday and Friday morning, and I just love working with the energy of these. So
yeah, I've seen the cover in the stores, but I never bought it, but it's like, okay, now I get it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, they are. They're a nice pack. So, Pat, you have got an emotional loss, but actually what this talks about healing, and we've just done this heart healing, and this talks about things starting to heal and you starting to open up more to love. You're ready. You're starting to open that energy up more, and you have got with it awareness, which is beautiful because this is you. I feel your energy of your heart is opening you up and bringing you into alignment so that you can manifest what it is you truly desire. This is you stepping into your power and really connecting with what it is you want life to bring your way. And it's about to show you that. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. Really, really beautiful. I love it when awareness comes in. This is like the magician. you've let go of expectation and you're allowing and bringing it all in.
Yes, that's how I'm feeling, to allow what is coming in. Yes. Get that. I get that inner guidance,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
You're really, I mean, I'm going to say to you, you're really in tune with it at the moment. I mean, I don't know if you can see the card up close enough, but you're really connected into the universe at the moment. And so you're conjuring what you need at this moment in time. That is really beautiful.
Thank you so much. I'm
Awesome.
so grateful for your help.
Thank you, Pat. That was a great.
Thank you.
Great
much
reading.
love to you. Much love and thank you.
Thank you. Many blessings. Wow. All right.
Okay, so who am I going to go? I'm going to go to Sue next. So, okay, let's just connect in with you. Okay. 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 So. Wow. Okay. Some lovely cards coming out tonight. Look, the universe. So this is an ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle for you, Sue. Yeah, an ending of a cycle, a beginning of a new cycle. The universe comes in to remind us that we are all energy and that we're all connected and that you can create whatever world you want to create. So it's sort of a card that reminds us to be mindful of our thoughts and keep those thoughts positive. Yeah, and with it, and this is beautiful as well, is authority. So it's an energy of starting to take control, starting to take action, doing the things that you need to do from a powerful place where you're feeling more in control of your life. Yeah. So it's really, really lovely. But it's like almost you're now becoming more aware of what you're putting out there and what you're bringing back in. Yeah. It's really, really nice. Okay, does that make sense?
Did you get that, Sue, or did you not hear it?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, good. Awesome.
I wasn't sure that was for me, so I wasn't answering.
Yeah, that was for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
She did it exactly right. I am on a new journey.
Yeah.
And thank you for the beautiful process. It actually, the second time brought tears and I saw them.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
That's good, Sue. That's great.
That is good. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you and have a blessed day, both of you. And thank you for wishing me a happy Independence Day.
You're welcome, of course. Yes. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Let's have a look. Anna. I can see Anna on there. Let's do some.
Is there an Anna? Oh yeah, there is an Anna. Yep.
Yay. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. We've got one card dropped out straight away. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So you've got the waiting game, Anna. Okay. So this is about you having planted something, a seed that's ready to grow and bloom, but there's resistance. You're doing something. It's about at the moment you're caught in a pattern. You're caught in some sort of pattern or habit that's stopping things growing and evolving. Okay, and they're asking you to just step back. Sometimes when we focus on what we want to manifest, we provide resistance. And I feel that's sort of what's been going on. You know that there's something here that's ready to bloom and grow, but you're so focused on it that it's sort of almost stopping the wheels in motion. And they're asking you to withdraw, to just take some you time to go within, to meditate. And when you do that, that will release you from that pattern that's providing the resistance, because there's something here wonderful that wants to burst out. But you see it's in the hourglass at the moment. And this is you. You're going round and round and round and round it, and it's not allowing it to really fully bloom. So you need to step away and you need to take some time out. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Thank you. That makes sense. This is exactly for me. Actually, that's very right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Anna. Good.
Thank you.
Wow. All right. But those were great cards. I mean, like the descriptions about them, the pictures, you know, it's great. I like these. I like this deck. Very interesting.
Yeah, and I like to use them, you know, especially if you're doing a mini reading like this. They can give you more answers. And I feel into the cards and I feel the pictures, and then sometimes they'll give me a message about what that is. Well, 9 times out of 10 they do.
Yeah.
So have we got time for more, Laura?
We can do 1 or 2 more.
Okay. Okay. So I might go to. Is that? Have I done Laurie? Have I done Laurie yet?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So Laurie. Okay. Let's see. Laurie.
Oh, maybe you did, Lori. I forget now. Lori, did she already do you? Because I remember saying, "Oh, Lori Young, brand new to the group." Maybe.
No, she didn't do me yet.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Right. I've got some cards out for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Really lovely. Okay, so base chakra, the root chakra. So this is a card to remind you to ground, and maybe the root chakra has been a little bit out of alignment. So our root chakra is about our safety, our security, our stability. Maybe there's been some fears around that. So they're asking you to work with that. Make sure you're cleansing that area, that you're getting the root chakra nice and balanced, okay? Because so it is root chakra. There's something you need to work on. So shadow energy is moon energy, and maybe the full moon yesterday brought something up for you that you now know you need to work on, which has affected your stability, security. Okay, now stability, security can be around your finances, it can be around your home. But you're being asked to look at something and allow something to heal, allow it to pass, allow yourself to work with it. It's probably been hidden from you and it's probably only just come to light, but pay attention to it. And this could be very emotional stuff. All right. So if an emotion came up yesterday, because it was very powerful, very intense, it was showing you what you need to learn from it and how you know, and what you need to let go of. And when you do that, harmony, there is this beautiful energy of harmony. Now this can mean a relationship coming into harmony. This could mean that you're meeting somebody who's coming in, who's a soul connection, who's mind and soul connected. But what it really refers to is the fact that once you heal this part of you, everything else falls into place. Okay, it brings more flow for you. Okay, do you understand that?
Yes, but would I just ask for either it to be healed and be on its way, or do I ask for it to be revealed to me? Because yesterday I did have belly pain again, like I did a little bit today. And so it did leave, but it was there.
Okay, so I mean, it depends on how and what you do to do that inner work. Okay, so your root chakra, I mean, there's lots of things that you can do with your root chakra. Did you get any strong emotions come up yesterday under the full moon?
I was doing the healing, the binaural beats with the HZ frequencies.
Yeah.
I was doing that while I was resting for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, so during part of it is when I felt the belly pain.
Yeah, okay, so that will help. And it shifted some of the energy. But your root is all about being grounded, so going out on the earth. And there's simple things you can do, listening to root chakra meditations. But it's about bringing it back into realignment, however you want to do that, okay? But it's being shown to you for a reason. And I would be, with root, especially as it's being shown to you in physical pain, what is it that's uncomfortable at the moment around something like finances, home, that sort of thing, okay? To work with that, because they're asking you to work with that and bring it back into balance, okay?
Okay.
Does that help?
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome. Okay, who have we got?
One more, and then we must.
Yes.
complete.
Okay. Angela. Oh God, 2 flew out for you, Angela. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, so Angela, we have disruption. Okay, so disruption can be a tower moment. Now, people tend to fear tower moments, but it's really not. It's just clearing out the old, getting rid of energies that don't serve you anymore, because you're making way for something new. And that is actually backed up with the sacrifice card. So you are really having to let go in this moment and trust the universe that something new is coming in. You are being guided, you are being protected at the moment. Sorry, I'm also being drawn. He's got his hands crossed across his heart. So try not to resist these changes that are coming in for you. They're coming in to move you forward to something better. Allow it, let go, and let the angels guide you. So I hope that helps, and I hope that resonates. Okay.
God, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Angela.
Awesome. Thank you, Angela. All right. That was awesome. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how spot on you were and how quickly you were able to do all of those mini readings. And of course, if you would like to work with Lorraine more and have a much deeper, fuller reading, of course, you can get package B's where you can choose either the Akashic record clearing or the tarot card reading, okay? In which, of course, you'll also receive package A, which is the 5 realignment recordings. So please do take a look at those packages and see which one resonates with you and, what is calling your heart right now. So any last words of wisdom for us, Lorraine? This was awesome. I didn't expect these tarot card readings to be so spot on and so quick.
So any last words? I'm just going to say I'm going to send you all lots of love. Thank you for joining me on this show, and thank you, Alara, for having me on the show. I've really enjoyed it. It's been lovely. I was a little bit nervous beforehand. I've not done many shows recently, so it's so lovely to do it. It's so lovely to meet you all, and sending you all lots of love and lots of blessings, and take care, everyone.
Oh, beautiful. And of course, it is still Independence Day in the US, the 4th of July. For those of you celebrating, you have all our best wishes. Celebrate, have fun, and be safe, of course, like always, right? And of course, yeah, this was such a wonderful show. I really enjoyed it. And it was so much fun for me to not have to choose somebody. That pressure was totally off. So that was that was great for me. So, normally I have to choose. I'm like, I feel bad when I don't get to people. It's like, oh my goodness, but that was wonderful. So Lorraine, thank you so much. And thank you everybody for your comments, your feedback, your wonderful messages in the chat. I was seeing them all, so that's great. And wow, what can I say? Yeah, Lorraine, that process was so awesome. That was so powerful as well. So please, again, for those of you, you can always go back and watch or listen to that process again for yourself and receive even more, right? And clear more and receive more. And so a lot of those messages that Lorraine got for the people that, were chosen, a lot of them actually resonated with me as well, right? So the messages can also resonate with you, even if though your name was not called. I mean, some of these messages are universal, right? So they can apply to all of us. So please do, have that mindset of receiving from, the messages from other people as well. Okay, so yeah, that was awesome. So we have no show tomorrow, but for those of you who are in the inner circle, we have the free community call for all members tomorrow. So please do check your email tomorrow morning so that you get the Zoom info. And and then we have another show on Thursday. So it's a busy week, but for those of you celebrating, please celebrate in safety, and we will see you all tomorrow. Most of you, some of you, whatever. Whoever can make it, right? So until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. And thank you again so much, Lorraine. It was absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed this. We'll have to come back again and do more readings or more healing, whatever happens to be, but you're definitely welcome to come back.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alara. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. Much love and blessings.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.